That's where the level of activity is right now. All right, I'll be back. I really should have done something about this. Today's music. Schubert 5 and 6. Man, this place is a mess. Our entire neighborhood is filled with tree branches and yard debris everywhere. Big windstorm last night came through along with all the rain, and blew over part of my fence. My neighbor came over to talk to me about it today because reasons. No, she came over to let me know that it had happened last night, and she probably means well. You know, we have good neighbors. We like our neighbors. Get along with our neighbors. But anyway, the storm that came through last night just trashed everything everywhere. I mean, just sacked it. A whole lot of people up and down the corridor here and up in Portland and stuff all lost power. There was quite a bit of storm damage. I might as well get some gasoline and go toy hunt. We do it for y'all. I can't wait for Nas's new episode today. He says he's putting in some creative time on the acting. Anyway, let's go to the bank. I wasn't even gonna stop here today. I really wasn't. So many things change. Except the condition of my facial hair, which sucks. So, yeah, much as I suspected, nothing. There were dudes stalking, but I'm not gonna fucking hang around and wait and ask questions about, hey, are you putting out diecast? Nope. Hey, are you putting out diecast? But as I was walking out the store, there was a little old man with a walker. He had his little baseball cap on, and he smiled at me, and he nodded. And I'll tell you what, if that guy can have a positive attitude today, so can I. Wow, this is my old prescription. Ah, that's better. Onward. I was watching Nostalgic yesterday, and Nazar was talking about how the game has changed. You know, how the diecast game is changing, and I think that happens with every type of nerdish hobby that comes along. Like I said a couple of years ago during COVID, when everybody was in lockdown, side hustles really started to take off. And one of those side hustles became toys. And at the time, I was covering a lot of action figures. I was very interested in what was going on with Hasbro across the line. I was into Transformers. I was into Marvel Legends and a few other things. And so, as I was picking those things up, I was always watching the market. And the market is what you need to pay attention to if you're going to do this, because it'll tell you what you're going to find out there and what's going to be harder to find. And right now, diecast is suffering. I think that people figured out that you could make quite a change. And I think that you could make quite a turnover, is what I meant. Whether it was mainline cars or premiums, and everybody, when this focus hits every corner of nerddom that gets hit with this now, everybody starts claiming a persecution. They start claiming that there's more people out there getting it, and, it's ruined the hobby. It hasn't ruined anything. It's just made it more competitive for the moment until something else comes along. So if you really love something like diecast, there's always going to be collectors right there next to you. But the fad will move on. Excuse me. Speaking of fads and moving on, let's go to the disappointment down the hill and see if it's disappointing. What are the odds? me waking up with a bent beard. It's a guarantee. As they say in football, it's a lock. Speaking of which, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. I gotta make my picks today. That's what Kevin was calling about. Okay. It's 12:46. That means it's... I think the real name of the game is being patient. The supply lines are goofed up, and here we go again with China. So if you're into this hobby, you're going to have to wait for a little while. When Asia suffers, the world suffers right along with it.
Salute, mi familia.
If you're new to nerd stuff, if you're just starting out in this whole thing and coming around our channels to figure out what's going on, one thing that you should know about everything hobby related, entertainment related, toys specifically, nothing is made outside of Asia. We have designated the Chinese as our toy producers and electronics producers, and anything that we are not commissioning from them, they are indeed also making and then putting onto the market. But everything is made in China now. So, what you can figure if you watch the news and figure out that they're all in lockdown yet again, to the point of protests and violence in the streets, which is not the way the Chinese act, it means that there's going to be another short supply of nerd stuff. And what you need to do in the coming months is remain calm. The big mistake that people start making in these times is to go and buy from eBay sellers. You are funding the market that is killing your good time at the retail store. If you go to eBay and you buy things on the secondary. Look, there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody makes a purchase or two. But the truth is, if you buy something from someone in this Christmas season at an inflated price, you only have yourself to blame when it shows up and you're like, I just paid $50 for that $25 action figure. Patience. Patience is what it's all about. I am a victim of it at times too. Nas sent me one of those global GTIs, Volkswagen GTIs, because they were getting snarfed up in my location here. And and then the next day, the very next day after he shipped, of course, if found it. Found 2 of them, in fact. Don't jump on these scams. Don't jump on your FOMO. All Hot Wheels are reissued. Nothing is that important. Soapbox to the side. You know, all this said, I don't know what I'm going to do about my own hobbies. I think I'm in the middle of a reassessment. I've been having a better time with comic books lately, honestly, than anything else. Although I know that that's not a huge amount of my audience's interest, at least when I post stuff up about comic books. Some of you tend to shy away, and that's all right. You know, not everybody's down on everything. But this is why I always encourage people to diversify their interests. You know, I can sidestep into building models. I can sidestep into a lot of different hobbies when this kind of thing dries up. So, you know, try not to be monotonic in your approach to life. Indulge yourself in different things. Because otherwise, you're going to run out of supply. It's just how it is. People are looking at me. Let's go inside. Totally unrelated to toys. The person in front of me has a sticker in the back of the window that says he, capital H-E, is greater than symbol, lowercase I. I guess my only question is where along the line we were certain that God has a penis and testicles. I mean, it's a question. Why is it that we figure that God has balls and back hair and tends to over-explain things to women? Why do we figure? Is that right? I mean, I'm not trying to be woke here. I'm trying to be real. Like, who decided God has back hair? Who decided that? Was it just like something that the papists fought out with the Franciscans? If you don't know what that's all about, you got some history to learn. Look it up. But I don't know. Just it's very odd to me. I have never, and I was raised in a Christian family. I was raised an Episcopalian, which is basically as close to being Catholic as you can get without actually having to be Catholic. Okay, so the difference is with our priests is that they were allowed to drink and that they were allowed to marry, which then they don't have their hands all over the kinder. I don't know. I've read the Bible through twice, cover to cover, because I felt like I should have some sort of immersion in things that I was discussing with other people. And, in order to form your opinions, in order to properly become who you are, you need to expose yourself to things first.
Are you people?
Just thought about that old expose yourself to art poster. Man. Back in the day when posters were cool. Anyway, I'm not sure where I'm going from here. Not in terms of what I was talking about. I always know where I'm at in terms of what I'm discussing. But, like what I'm doing toy hunting here. This is bullshit. Let's go to the Goodwill. It has gone from miserable to sunny to even more miserable. I like the weather. Wait 5 minutes. It will change. It sucks too because I got Christmas lights I'm supposed to have up by tomorrow. Fucking raining. So, yeah, it's definitely gotten worse out here. Wow. That cool rain is bracing. Did you touch my bumper when you fucking pulled up on me like that? Jag off. You're an asshole. Taking this ball and going home. Come on, jerk off. God, why are people so ignorant? Fucking asshole. It's Oregon. You've never driven in the rain before? You fucking mass of dumbass. All concentrated in one place. Shit. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. This Schubert gets me all worked up. Wow. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Looks like it's 6 or 7. I mean, that's how dark the rain clouds are. It is coming down with a biblical intent. Let's go back. I tell you what, I don't want to drive around in this anymore. This is awful. Let's go back to my house, fix a nice cup of coffee, sit on the couch and just forget that this whole day ever happened. Let's get inside. Hey, down in front.